Truck Talk Media.
C10 Talk, episode 267, Triple Crown of Rotting. A little pre-show pod on a new show in Nashville, Tennessee. I've got Gary Case. Here we go.
There's no doubt about it. You know, it can cross over from a truck to a hot rod and stimulate or inspire a new idea. I've been doing it all my life. I use inspiration for, you can call it copying, you can call it whatever you want. I call it inspiration, but when I see something cool that's done, I might put my own little tweak on it, but I use that for inspiration. And that's what you'll get here. You'll see the top of the top cars and trucks in the United States attending this event.
Damn, son. Seeing is believing. And our title sponsor, United Pacific, makes seeing a whole lot easier. The crispness of the United Pacific LED headlights, taillights, marker lights, and more makes seeing and showing your truck that much better. It's time to upgrade your old dim halogens for new LED headlights, taillights, and more. They offer the brightest and latest LED technology. Headlights are available up to 1600 lumens, easy to install, and it fits right in the OEM housing. How about upgrading to sequential taillights? They're DOT approved and ready to ship today. And for you 73 to 80 GMC and Chevy square body guys, they've got the new front parking lights, LED with stainless steel bezel. Think UP Car Parts. That's upcarparts.com.
Let me tell you what Melbourne Post is packing right here. I've got 411 posi track out back, 750 double pumper, Edelbrock intakes, scored over 30, 11-1 pop-up pistons, turbojet, 390 horsepower. We're talking some bucking muscle.
What does that do? Does that blow your mind? That just happened.
Welcome to C10 Talk, your C10 Truck podcast.
And now I have a chance to be the best, maybe the best in the world.
My old man is a television repairman. Got this ultimate set of tools. I can fix it.
I said I got 50 cents in that jukebox, and all I can hear is your mouth flapping. You hear that?
Here's your host, Ronnie Wedge.
What up? What up? Coming at you with some pre-show pod. We've got two new shows. We've got the Triple Crown of Rotting in Nashville, Tennessee in early September 8th and 9th. And then mid-September out in Pomona, the same group that runs the Grand National Roadster Show, GNRS, September 16th and 17th in Pomona, California. We've got the Grand National Truck Show. So I thought I would combine these and put them together, but I'm not. So you're going to get 267, you're going to get Gary Case, you're going to get the Triple Crown of Rotting in Nashville, Tennessee, September 8th and 9th. That's the episode you're tuned in to right now. And then I'm going to back it up with another pod, and that's going to be the Grand National Truck Show. All right, these are big shows. So they've got history behind them. They've got some lineage, if you will, and it's going to be exciting. Here's the deal. Our trucks, C10s, GMCs, even Fords and Dodges, those classic trucks that we all love are popular. And when those become popular, people want to put shows together so that you can show off your trucks and vendors can bring you the products. They can interact with the public and answer any questions that they have. So there is a venue here. We've got two killer shows. I'm looking forward to it. Here we go. All right. So Gary Case, he is no stranger to not only the pod, but the media, the marketing, and everything that he's done over his career. He's committed himself essentially to the aftermarket automotive industry. Gary teams up with Bobby, and this is going to be the SEMA east of the Mississippi. I'm looking forward. Flights are booked. Hotels are booked. Here we go. Triple Crown of Rotting. I can't wait. Of course, I'm going to be out there. I'll have the mic. I'll have the recorder, and we'll get you some pod. So I hope you can make it. I hope we see you out there, but I understand life gets busy. My job, I'm going to bring you some pod. It's that easy. So 2 days, a lot of fun. Gary talks about it. You got like 3 days just crammed into 2. It's going to be a good time. We're going to get some pod to you guys. I'll be out there, mic in hand, vendors, builders, Gen Pop. I don't care. I'm going to put a mic in their face. It's going to be a good show. Triple Crown of Rotting coming at you. I hope you enjoy the pod. Again, right behind this is going to be GNTS, Grand National Truck Show, inaugural. That's going to be September 16th and 17th. So right after Nashville, we're going to be out in Pomona, California for the inaugural GNTS, Grand National Truck Show. And that pre-pod show will follow as well. All right? Enjoy the pre-show coverage with Gary on the Triple Crown Rotting. Remember, 266 with Ben from Engineered Vintage. Some really good stuff out there, you guys. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. Have a great week. Late. Here we go. What is up, C10 Nation? Stoked to be sitting down with Gary Case. Gary and Bobby Alloway are they're the brains, the brawn, and the hustle and the muscle behind the Triple Crown of Rotting, which is coming up, a new show, if you will. And Triple Crown of Rotting, September 8th and 9th in Nashville at the Nashville Super Speedway. Stoked to have you on again, Gary. We had a great time last time we were chatting with you. Welcome back.
Hey, Ronnie. Great to be involved. Thanks again.
Okay, Gary, you got a big one on your hands out in Nashville and, out here in the West, the Southwest, Arizona, Cali, obviously, even Texas. We think we got it so good, but I'm going to tell you, Nashville and that area is really kicking ass when it comes to classics, rods, and, of course, trucks.
You know, Ronnie, the southern states is a hotbed for all trucks and all hot rods. And it's crazy. You can't even imagine the amount of West Coast guys we got coming to this event. We have folks coming all the way from California, all the way down to Florida, every state, Canada. It's just insane. But the southern market is extremely strong with all makes of trucks, primarily Chevrolet GMC, and a lot of hot rods and street machines. So we're excited.
So when you think about putting an event on and you decide to put it at a speedway, you know it's already going to be pretty badass. So when you and Bobby sat down, you guys got together and you said, hey, we're going to kind of reincarnate the shades of the past. We're going to bring this together. Triple Crown of Rotting. Love the name, the flow is perfect. And then you think, hey, we got to go big. How did that kind of work out?
Well, Bobby and Alloway and I have been friends for over 35 years. He was involved with the Shades of the Past that was in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for 39 years. And they lost their Dollywood is where they held it. And they eventually lost their space at Dollywood. And, Ronnie, some of these, after 39 years, some of these guys started this when they were in their 40s. So some of these club members are 80, 82, 83 years old. Alloway, being the youngest member of the club at 67, didn't want to see it die after all them years. So we're good friends. I used to own a company called Styling Concepts Sport Truck Accessories. I owned the Sport Truck Nationals that was held in Owensboro, Kentucky. I did a lot of events for Peterson Publishing over the years from 96 to 2001. In the heyday of Peterson, I ran the Hot Rod Magazine Power Tour. I sold them the Sport Truck Nationals. I ran that for them. I ran Rod and Custom Magazine Americruise and the Carcraft Magazine Street Machine Nationals. So I had a lot of event history in my background. More recently did that Saudi Arabia Riyadh gig where a lot of cars had to go over there for that auction. So Bobby didn't want to let it die. It started out, I was just going to do some consulting. One thing led to another, and the consulting turned into a partnership. We're 50-50 partners on it. And we threw everything but the kitchen sink at this thing. He still wanted to keep 72 and down cars, and we're going to re-entertain that next year. But the fact that I came out of the truck market, I wanted to have it all American trucks. So it's Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Dodge. Anything that's American made is invited. The cars are 72 and down. We have three categories for the trucks, 72 and down, 73 to 87, and then up to 98, 88 to 98. So we have all of the categories covered for the American-made trucks. But what's cool about this, Ronnie, is we're doing this deal, and if you fall into, we have the top 30 vehicles can be cars or trucks, the Elite 10, and then we have the 6 Triple Crown. So you have the best street rod, best street machine, best street cruiser, and then you got the 3 divisions of the trucks of the years that I spoke about, the 3 truck categories. These trophies that we did for this deal, the cars were designed by Tom Gale, the leading designer for Chrysler over the years. And then the truck ones were designed by Eric Brockmeiler, one of the leading illustrators and designers today. The trophies alone for the Triple Crown net cost are $4,500 our cost. And along with that, you get a custom black Gibson guitar that's all etched, the body's all etched with the Triple Crown with the logos of the sponsors. For the car categories, it's ARP, American Racing Products, the fasteners. And for the truck, which is your group, is LMC Truck. These trophies are unbelievable. They weigh about 35 pounds each. They're all solid machined aluminum. They're all chrome plated, advanced plating. Steve Tracy, 110 Machining did all the machining. Advanced Plating did all the chrome plating. If you win the Triple Crown, you get on the cover of Classic Truck Performance. You get a full feature on it. If you win in a car category, you get on the cover of Modern Rotting, full feature. Those 6 vehicles get a private invitation to Barrett-Jackson in January, where only 50 vehicles across the United States are privately invited, with a chance to win $20,000 and get your vehicle on national TV. So there's a lot of hype and a lot of juice. We also got our good friend Boris Marianovsky that is doing the patina plantation for all the patina guys. They'll have a big area set up there with a big tent and all that where they can all chill out, hang out, and just have. So we got the high-end guys coming. We got the patina guys we're catering to. We got 15 of the top car builders coming in from around the country. You know, you go to these events, they'll have one elite car builder, you know, picking 10 or 15 cars. How's this? We have Chip Foose, Foose Design, Troy Trepanier, Rad Rides by Troy, the Roadster Shop, Phil and Jeremy Gerber, the Ring Brothers, Mike and Jim Ring, Goolsby Custom, Jonathan Goolsby, Dave Kindig, Kindig Design, Alan Johnson, Johnson Hot Rod, Jesse Greening, Greening Auto Company, Will Posey, Big Oak Garage, Kyle Tucker, Detroit Speed, Jerry and Jason Slover, Pete and Jakes, Roy Brizio, Brizio Street Rods, Ken Fenico Posies, and Boris Marianovsky from Street Machinery Patina Plantation. These guys are building their own trophies, doing their own picks on top of all them other awards that I talked about. So instead of having one elite celebrity judge pick 15, we got 15 judges going around and picking one. And you know what? It's whatever vehicle flips their fancy. It don't have to be on the judges' row. If they're out there walking around, they like something that trips their trigger, it's their pick. And this isn't Little League. If Chip Foose and Troy Trepanier and the Ring Brothers like the same vehicle, those 3 get all 3 awards by these guys. We're not spreading it around. So that's kind of how we're doing it. Dave Kindig is bringing in his film crew for filming a 1-hour episode for Bitch and Rides on Motor Trend TV just about this event. So that's kind of some of the stuff we got going on.
Well, that's, I mean, just the resume with 1 or 2, and then you talk about 50. Now, I don't know how Boris snuck in there, right? And even Boris is probably trying to figure out how the hell he snuck in there. But everybody's got to slum a little bit, right? You got to get the patina guys in there. So I see what Boris did, and I know he's a really good friend of yours.
We're very close. We're very close. You know, we've been close for a long time. You know, I used to do a lot of stuff with Boris, you know, behind the scenes over there, and that we have a special relationship. And you know what? He's a player in the industry now. He is
for sure.
And you know, he's got the following of the patina guys. And let me tell you something. Every one of these high-end guys, they got these elite cars. They all seem to have a patina car too to have fun with. Car or truck, you know, C10, whatever. They're all playing in that category back and forth, all of them. You know, the high-end stuff satisfies their ego. The patina stuff satisfies the reliability of getting in something and just having a good time. So we're catering to all of it. We are and marketing wise, this is probably one of the most economical events to come to if you're a spectator in a family. There's free parking. There's admission's $20 only. Kids under 15 are free. So a family of 5 that got 3 kids can get in for $40. Pretty deal. We have a lot of activity going on. We have 6 of the very best top nitro cars doing an exhibition. We got 3 charities going on. We have 50 pinstripers coming in from across the United States and Canada to offer a panel jam. We'll have auctions going on twice a day, 11:30 and 2 on Friday, and then we have it at 12:30, and I think it's 2 on Saturday. And you'll be able to buy these creative works of arts. And Ronnie, these guys are coming in on their own dime, doing everything on their own. And then all of this money gets donated to Speedway children charities, which helps abused kids, homeless kids, and we try and get them going in the right direction. We also are doing a joint venture with Operative Talent, and Operative Talent is a nonprofit organization that'll fund scholarships for kids that want to pursue bodywork, fabrication, graphic design, marketing, anything in the automotive aftermarket. They're doing a 69 Camaro that will be under construction at the event with the young kids working on it. And then the tickets are like $5. And then you'll be able to win that car next year at the Triple Crown of Riding. We're giving it away at that event. The Petty Foundation's behind it. There's a tremendous amount of horsepower behind that deal. And then we got the 50-50 raffle drawing, which is big. You know, history with the shades of the past, that thing would be $60,000, $70,000. So what it is, it's a luck of the draw. It's $5 a ticket. If you win, you get half of the money. We're really hoping to get around 100 G's this year. You get the winning ticket, we'll get half of it. The other half of it's going to go to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. My wife's got MS, and we're a big advocate for the MS Society. So that's where the other half of the funding's going. That's just some of it. We have concerts going on. We have one of the top party bands, 12-piece party band in Nashville that'll be playing Saturday night. We got a kickoff party Friday night at the Host Hotel with a band that'll just kick your ass off, man. They're unbelievable. Just a lot of stuff. We took 19 hours, Ronnie, and jammed it into 2 days. And we really believe that this event will set the precedent for 2-day events in the country. You know, these 3-day events, it's tough on these manufacturers. We got over 115 commercial exhibitors coming. These 3-day deals are tough on them. You know, it's a hard road to hoe. And with the cost of being on the road anymore, we think that giving the exhibitors and the participants a chance to get back home on Sunday and travel is the way to go.
I mean, you think about a 3-ring circus, you guys are hitting it from every angle. I mean, from the nonprofit perspective, obviously, like you talked about with the MS, the 50-50 raffle, the kids, and even letting the kids that are under 15, they may not have any concept of, hey, I can do that. They're out there, they're seeing the kids work on the car, and then they get in. If we don't get the youth behind this, then this is going to die. So this is such, essentially, this is an automotive extravaganza.
So you bought a C10 and it either had AC at one time or it wasn't even an option. Well, Vintage Air has the solution for you. Their SureFit kits are designed to place the evaporator and hoses behind the dash for a factory clean look. The Vintage Air SureFit kits are the best value and the most completely engineered air conditioning system you can install in your C10. Damn, son, the choice is obvious. VintageAir.com.
Need C10 parts? Well, here at Pro, we actually have trucks. We build them, we drive them, and we deal with them every day. It's just part of who we are. We carry the best products for your truck project from the major name brands such as QA1, React, Painless, Dakota, Beltec, Borgeson, Bear, and even more. Give us a call or check us out on the web.
You've heard me talk about my gauges. Dakota Digital. I love them. Dakota Digital has the best gauges for our trucks. These kits are complete with sensors for any engine. They look just like the stock clusters, but have all the technology you'd expect from Dakota Digital. You can change the lighting colors, customize the reading in the message centers, and do it all from the mobile app. That's right. The HDX and RTX series have Bluetooth technology. It's like a modern truck, but even better in a classic. Dakota Digital is absolutely the best in aftermarket gauges, so check them out at dakotadigital.com. dakotadigital.com.
If we don't get the youth behind this, then this is going to die. So this is essentially this is an automotive extravaganza.
Ronnie, we're doing a deal with PPG Paint where it's a coloring contest for 5 age categories, starting from 1 year old all the way up to 15 and older. And then we did these really, really, really cool trophies for these kids. And we're going to have all of these elite. There's one winner per age category. We're going to have all these celebrity industry guys autograph the back of it. We're having a meet and greet at 1 o'clock each day where all 15 of these elite builders will be in the pit garages. You'll be able to get your pictures taken. They'll be signing hero cards. The whole idea behind the PPG coloring contest in a meet and greet, Ronnie, if we can stimulate a family walking in to that event that maybe as a spectator, and the kids really have no conception of what is going to be happening, and they see maybe Kindig that's got a TV show or Chips Boost or they do this coloring contest, or if it's a participant with their family. If we can stimulate a small percentage of youth to get excited by seeing these elite guys there, even down to a little coloring contest where each celebrity builder will autograph the back of the artwork that these kids did, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about for Alloway and I. We want to pay back. The industry has been very good to me and Bobby Alloway. And this is our idea of how we can get the next generation involved. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's exciting. It really is. And you know that somebody will make an impression. Somebody will get a hold of one of these kids, 5 of these kids, 100 of these kids, and you nailed it. So another thing you talked about, this is what I like. I like that you've got all the trucks. You've got the big 3, right? Chevy and GM being one, Ford and Dodge, but then you've got the cars too. So what happens is I feel like we get kind of tunnel vision, right? For us and my audience, we're all GM Chevy trucks, and it's okay to look at a Ford. It's okay to look at modern rotting, and it's cool to see that. And then you think, I never thought about that. I can implement that to my build or do that to my truck. So to have the variety that you guys are going to have, it's going to be an absolute overload just looking at all the different vehicles and just seeing all the high-end builds.
There's no doubt about it. You know, it can cross over from a truck to a hot rod and stimulate or inspire a new idea. I've been doing it all my life. I use inspiration you can call it copying, you can call it whatever you want. I call it inspiration, but when I see something cool that's done, I might put my own little tweak on it, but I use that for inspiration. And that's what you'll get here. You'll see the top of the top cars and trucks in the United States attending this event. The response has just been off the hook, Ronnie.
You talked about next year's giveaway. Let's talk about this year's giveaway.
So this year is a 2023 short bed Silverado pickup truck, all black, all flamed. And here's a little bit of a little story on this deal. They don't make this truck in black. We had a special order 11 months ago, this truck, a black one. Just one VIN number, a black truck. It's a fleet truck. So it comes in, as a matter of fact, Dino texted me maybe like 6 months ago and say, hey, there's a white one here in Arizona. I go, we got this black one coming. Don't worry about it. Well, we got about 3 weeks away, and from today, we don't have no black truck yet. So the local Chevy dealer finds a white truck down in Florida. So we buy the white truck. Now we already have a VIN number on the black truck. We buy the white truck. We bring it up here. I don't know if, Alloway's known for black vehicles. That's what he's known for.
Yeah.
So he takes the 2023 truck, of course, takes the bed off of it, takes the doors off of it, takes the windshield out of it, takes the hood off of it, takes the front fenders off of it. All that's sitting there is just a cab, a brand new truck, a cab on a frame, blows his truck in a million pieces. GM could only wish that they could get a paint finish the way this dude laid it on. So we have Wade Hughes come up from Ohio with Ohio Flames, and they flame it. And this is like a week ago. They're not even done peeling off the paper off the vehicle. And guess what shows up at the local Chevy dealer?
Of course it did.
The black friggin' truck. So Alloway went over and looks at it. He goes, man, it looks like, this black truck compared to the one we just did, looks like it was painted with a 1/2-inch roller, So we didn't buy one truck. We bought 2 trucks, and we bought these out of our own money. These weren't sponsored by anybody. We just bought the one, but now we have 2, and we'll probably keep the other black one. We'll color sand it, redo it, and that'll probably be the truck for next year also. So, but it's a bad mamma jamma, man. It's got Toyo tires on it, billet specialty suspension, McGoy suspension, billet specialty wheels. I'm sorry, McGoy suspension. And Alloway did some tweaking on suspension to even get it lower. It's got the Alloway slick paint job on it. I mean, it's badass, and it's free to any winning registered participant by the luck of the draw. Ronnie, your chances of winning this are far, far, far more greater than winning the lottery.
Yeah, and it is a badass. You guys can go online at it's just triplecrownofrotting.com, and they've got the truck there. The rendering looks so good. Obviously, it looks like you had Eric do that, which for our audience, Eric's probably a little bit more known for, doing some stuff with Boyd, obviously the OBS world, but Eric is an absolute talent, and it is going to be one hell of a show. I can't wait to get out there. You've dropped a few of the sponsors, but you have some amazing people behind this. When you think about Locar, Barrett Jackson, Gibson, obviously you talked a little bit about the guitars. There's so many unique things going on.
Yeah, we got, Brownwater Bourbon Exchange, a big bourbon manufacturer. What the folks need to do is go to the Triple Crown of Rotting, go on a homepage, click on our sponsors, but then go up to the top menu bar and click on the vendors list and scroll down that. And make sure you got some time on your hands. It's the who's who of the automotive aftermarket that's attending this.
Yeah, it's funny because here's the thing, and this is one of the things I love about Dino's, right, is everybody can't go to SEMA. Well, it looks like Gary and Bobby are bringing SEMA to you. When you think about the 15 judges, when you think about the cars that are going to be there, the trucks that are going to be there, the vendors that are going to be there, with, what'd you say, like 140 plus vendors? I mean, 100 vendors alone.
Yeah, I think we're at 116. But okay. A lot of them are big. A lot of them are big rigs. There's only a handful of small exhibit square footage space there. There's a lot of big players coming. We want everybody to come. Look, the pre-registration is done, but registering at the site goes on Friday and Saturday. We highly recommend everybody make an appointment, get out there, have a good time. We did block 3,000 hotel rooms for this gig. I think we're down to like 400 left in the area. I think we booked 26 or 2,700 so far. So we're really hoping that this will be one of the primary events for enthusiasts, car and truck, to attend for the year. It's definitely a big family-oriented event. Like I say, we took 19 hours to jam-pack it in there. There's going to be something for you to do, whether you're watching the nitro cars, the pinstripe auction. I mean, there's just the band entertainment. There's stuff overlapping each other. It's crazy, We actually even have a Grand Ole Opry bluegrass country band that'll be strolling the premises, just singing a cappella and playing banjo and guitars, just strolling around, meandering throughout the crowd, trying to get some crowd precipitation going. Just a lot of stuff happening around. It's going to be a hell of a good time, and I hope a lot of your listeners can make it out.
Well, and not only that, right? But you nailed it. It's in Nash Vegas. So it's not like it's in a destination where people aren't wanting to go. And anyway, you can go to Nash Vegas and you can bring mama. You can get to go 1 day, 2 day, maybe stay for 3 or 4 days and turn it into a little staycation over there in Nashville, because there's so many different things going on. You've got the registration. It's closed out pre-registration, like you said, but you can, for the audience, you can get online, or I guess when you're there on site, you'll have registration. And will that be, they'll be guided kind of in, they'll register there, and that'll be a 2-day deal for $70?
Yeah, we're doing a little bit different. First of all the pre-registrations, we'll be getting all their credentials in the mail. But if you register on site, I've been to a lot of events over the years, and I'm a procrastinator. I'm not one to pre-register a vehicle at all. I'm bad at it, so I register on site, and it's not unusual to be the fifth person in line, and you think you're going to get up there and you're waiting 45 minutes to an hour to get registered, So what we're doing is, for pre-registering, we're going to have, there's 2 entrances coming into that speedway. And historically, all events that have taken place there, they run the exhibitors, the participants, the spectators, all through this tunnel to get into this racetrack. We've totally flipped it around 180. The participants get there early in the morning. The exhibitors get there early in the morning. The participants will come in. We'll have a total of 6 lanes altogether. 2 of them will be for the pre-registered vehicles, so they have their window credentials and they move in. The on-site deal will be, we'll have 2 entrances coming in with 2 kiosks out there with attendants in there. And what you'll do is you'll pay your $70. We're going to give you a green voucher. We give you that voucher. You go in, you park your vehicle, you take that little voucher after you park, you come over to the pit garage, to the media center, and that's where you'll get your credentials right there. You go back to your vehicle after you're being around, just put them on there, you get your wristbands, and that gets you in for the 2 days that are doing it. So we're doing a whole different twist of it, and that's to keep that flow going. The on-site registration should move pretty close to people that have pre-registered, because you're not filling out all the paperwork and waiting in line. We're just pushing you in, and then when you get inside there, it's just a quick little form you got to sign, a release. We give you the credentials, you're good to go. And then we're taking the spectators and we moved them into the other entrance of their track, which costs us a lot more money to do because of more security, more housekeeping, more everything. But the spectators will be coming across the front entrance and walking across the track across the infield to get into the main event that way. So we split them all up to move the flow of traffic and spectators. We really think there's going to be just a bunch of spectators. Did I go over what we're doing with the radio and that? I can't remember if I even mentioned that.
No. But it's funny because I want to make sure. It's almost like you've done this before. Classic Performance Products, CPP back. Joe, let's talk X10 spindles. Go.
One of our most popular parts through the years has been our 2.5-inch drop modular spindles. Really popular part. Well, we've kind of taken that to the next step. We've emulated late model Corvette, Silverado, Chevy technology into our new X10 drop spindles. They use a steel hub, sealed bearing hub, really strong piece. It's oversized bearings, definitely great for a guy using big brakes, big wheels, which I'm sure all your guys are.
You need a new spindle anyways. You're going to lower your truck. You're running a bigger wheel, a bigger brake. CPP's got it for you with their new X10 spindle. Joe, as always, thank you. CPP, classicperform.com. It's classicperform.com. Sniper 2. Are you ready to switch out that old carb for a modern EFI system? Well, Holley has a solution for you. The all-new Sniper 2. This new system was redesigned from the ground up. Available in tumbled polished or black powder coat, and there's 3 available tuning interfaces. A classic 3.5 handheld, a 5-inch mountable, which includes a GPS speedo or a Bluetooth module so you can use your smartphone. Another big bonus is the Sniper 2 has a built-in transmission control module. So if you're looking to upgrade to a 4-speed overdrive, 4L60, 4L80, you now can with ease. Holley.com to get started today, Holley.com. Hey guys, are you thinking about swapping out your old motor for a more reliable LSLT-based power plant? Behind each PSI harness, you get over 10 years of experience in the business, online tech support, phone support, and harnesses made in the U.S. That's PSIconversion.com.
Marquet has been in business for over 40 years. It all started in the original owner's garage. From humble beginnings of a couple parts in a garage to a 2-building manufacturing facility making over 6,000 parts, Marquet has grown to be one of the country's premier truck parts manufacturers. They have made their original parts from the original trucks. All parts are manufactured in-house in Oklahoma City, USA. They offer quality parts built by Americans for old American-made trucks. So when you're looking for body moldings, bed strips, bedwood, and so much more, think Marquet. That's mar-k.com.
Should I go over what we're doing with the radio and that? I can't remember if I even mentioned that.
No, but it's funny because I want to make sure. It's almost like you've done this before.
Yeah. We're 13 radio stations, 2 weeks out, 13 radio stations, 12 36 digital billboards, 2 weeks out. And for all the blue-collar grassroots guys, they're going to love this. There's 70 bars on Broadway, downtown Broadway on the Strip, 70 bars. And there's a company that markets in them bars. We're in every urinal, in front of every urinal in 70 bars and every stall for 1 month. So if somebody's using a facility for 1 month, whether it be a celebrity in there, maybe the bar owner, maybe somebody visiting, maybe a local, maybe somebody coming in to spend a vacation there. If they got to use a facility, they're going to see the Triple Crown of Roddy, an 11 by 16 frame of plexiglass over it, right in front of them urinals. So we've hit every type of marketing approach we could on it, from billboards, digital billboards, to 13 radio stations, to grassroots marketing and all the local bars.
Yeah, this is going to be it's going to be intense.
To answer your question, I've been down the road once before.
This isn't Gary's first rodeo, you guys. So, or Bobby, right? When you think about Shades of the Past and the scene out there, and so many different things going on.
Alloway was the driving force behind the Shades of the Past. Alloway was the one that got a lot of the elite car builders there to come. And he is continuing that tradition with bringing all the car builders in on his behalf, and some of them, on my behalf also that I've known, but he's really took that under his belt to get a lot of these elite guys in there, and pretty much embarrassed them all to build their own award. So we're not just getting not a store-bought award, but their own personal award. Like Kindig building his own award, Chip Foose building, Ring Brothers, Goulder, you go on and on. I can't wait to see what these guys bring to the table to give to some lucky participant that gets a pick from one of these top 15 guys. I mean, our stuff is cool, very expensive, very cool, but you know what you're getting. You don't know what you're getting from these guys. That's what's cool about this.
Well, and it's so unique, right? It's a one-off type deal to have that in your trophy case, to have that and say, yeah, I won this. Chip Foose gave me this. I won this. Kid Diggett gave this to me. I mean, Greeny, I go on and on. I mean, somebody's going to win a couple of them too.
Yeah, that's it. You could win. You could. I don't know if, it blew up the internet. John Jackson from Not Stock Photography. I don't know if you've seen his belt buckle that he's doing.
Yeah.
It's a big, massive Texas. It blew up the internet. That son of a bitch is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. That's not my gig, but it's a beautiful, it's a great keepsake. Great. So we're excited, Ronnie. I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of truck guys to get together with a lot of car guys. If you're an audio enthusiast, it should just all cross over. It shouldn't be one against the other or whatever. You know, we and like you said, you can pick up a lot of great ideas from a lot of different guys. You know, so.
Well, it makes it fun. I always say, hey, I love my wife, but I like to look at a little redhead every now and then. You know what I mean? It's okay.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean I'm having an affair.
It helps the inspiration, that's for sure.
Exactly. I love the inspiration for sure. How are pre-regs looking? Like when you think about
so it cut off, and you know we're not doing the random numbering gig. You know what a lot of events do.
Sure.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know.
Here, you know, this is legitimately starting at 1 from a home builder out of Arkansas, number 1, all the way up, and we're not skipping not a goddamn number. And we don't want Alloway. That was one of the things that Alloway was adamant about. It's got to be 100% legitimate on the numbered gig. So we ended up at just a little bit over 1,500 on the pre-registration. We think that we're going to have close to 1,000, right around there, on-site registration. So it should fall in somewhere around 2,500, 2,700 for a first year. And let me tell you, if we were playing a number game, and you looked out and saw that amount of cars, you would think there's 4,500 to 5,000, because that's the game that a lot of these guys play, and we're not playing that game. These are legitimate 100% numbers.
I actually love to hear that. And I'll tell you that because there's something that's happened in our scene over time that it became, and I'll use the random good guys, and this is kind of a compliment. I don't remember going to good guys as a kid and thinking, oh, there had to be this many. And I don't know where we got to that point. I don't really care. I just love to hear that you're like, hey, this is our numbers. This is our numbers. We're here to have fun. We're here to entertain. We're here to inspire. And we're here to bring the community together in one of the biggest, baddest, raddest shows around. And that, to me, is the true lineage of thinking about, you know, kind of a funny thing of the, you know, meaning of the shade of the past is I don't think people stood around in, 1984 and thought, oh, I'm going to count every single number. They're just like, hey, we're going to have fun. Todd and Mary just rolled in with their 32, and Gary and Betty just rolled out. So, good times is great people and good times.
And, Ronnie, no promoter actually says that how they number it. What has happened is if you're walking around and you see a car with 4,822 on it, they leave it up to perception of the participants. They say, man, I saw a car with 4,822 on it. Can you believe they got that many cars? No producer or promoter ever states that they use random numbering. They let the general public and the participants play that up for themselves. We're not doing that game.
Yeah, it's going to be a tremendous event. And, so for Gen Pop
and naive
go ahead.
People and people that are not naive can do a quick, they know how many cars are at an event anymore. Come on. You don't have to play that stuff anymore, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. So yeah, don't count your tow vehicle. It doesn't count. Your 2018 tow vehicle doesn't count into the show. But I just really, so for Gen Pop out there, especially for our audience out there in that area, set aside those dates. It's easy. September 8th, September 9th, at the Nashville Super Speedway. It's going to be, you guys are setting the bar so high for a first time event.
And, if people need to get some rooms, they can go to our website, Ronnie, click under hotels. There's a link there for Waypoint Travel. Shelly, our travel gal there, will be more than happy to reach out and help anybody get discounted room rates. There's a discounted room rate. If you go on our hotel listing up there on our website, click on that and she'll take care of you.
I'll tell you what, Gary, too, whoever put together your website, it is very, very detailed. You guys did a great job. The layout, it's one of those deals where less is more, but it's just right. Like, it's not convoluted. It's not overdone. You've got some of your sponsors there, and then a simple heading that breaks it all down. So great job to whoever you guys had do that.
Thanks. But my art graphic designer has been with me. Steve Garrett has been working with me since probably 89, and he kind of knows how I like things. And, Ronnie, I use the KISS approach. Keep it simple, stupid. People, you can only hold people's attention for a few minutes. You better hope you can hook them so they keep reading on and that. So he's been with me. He knows how I like things. We work really well together, and I appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, he did a great job. This is going to be a phenomenal show. I can't wait to get out there. For our audience, again, remember 72 and down, 73 to 87. And then obviously your OBS, your 88 to 98. It's going to be a fun time. If you think you're going to win an award, come on out. If you don't think you're going to win an award, come on out, because you're going to have a great time and it's not going to matter. So bring your friends, bring your family. And I mean, I just love too that there's so many great causes behind everything going on. It's going to be a really good time.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Okay, Gary. So again, Triple Crown of Rotting, pretty simple, common spelling. And then for socials, Gary, the same, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Facebook, your Instagram, Triple Crown of Rotting. I'll be tagging it. I'll be putting it out there. As always, I'm looking forward to it, Gary. Thanks again for your time.
Thank you, Ronnie. Appreciate it.
All right, take care. Triple Crown of Rotting. What do you think? I'm so hyped up after interviewing Gary, I can't get out to Tennessee fast enough. Nashville Super Speedway, September 8th, September 9th. It is going to be more than a three-ring circus. Talk about inspiration. He has got me fired up. So I hope you enjoy episode 267. Jump back to 266 if you didn't get a chance. Ben from Engineered Vintage. And then right after this, another pre-show pod, 268, with John and Kevin from the inaugural Grand National Truck Show. That's going to be September 16th and 17th. Another first. We're looking forward to it. It's great to be a classic truck enthusiast. There is a lot going on this September. Here we go. Enjoy the pod.